The topic again is don't stop. We want to talk about resilience and continuous improvement. So let's read the story I stumbled on social media together. Let's have a good time. I still can't get the image out of my head. A young man who lives down my street almost took his own life this morning. If not for Uju, our neighbor, who went to borrow salt, he would have died. She screamed when she saw him hanging, struggling, a rope tied around his neck, his eyes already rolling back. A scream tore through the compound like a siren. We all rushed in. One guy broke his door. Another climbed on a chair to cut the rope. He dropped with a third, lifeless. No one even knew what to do at first. But someone poured water on him. Another began pressing his chest. He coughed. He wheezed. He opened his eyes and just burst into tears. We were quiet, too shocked to speak. When we finally gathered ourselves, someone asked him, "But why, brother? Why would you do this?" And that was when the room turned into a funeral ground of emotions. He is 32 years old, the first son of his family, a second-class upper graduate of chemical engineering since 2012. For over a decade, he searched for a job, a good job. Nothing came. He's written countless aptitude tests, attended interviews from one city to another, only to hear, "We'll get back to you." He said he once borrowed money to travel from Enugu to Lagos for a job interview, where they didn't even let him in because he came 5 minutes late. After years of trying, he finally settled for a private school teaching job, earning 20,000 naira monthly. 20,000. A graduate, 10 years after graduation. He said sometimes after paying for transport and buying food, he has only 2,000 left for the whole month. His father is disappointed in him. Not just disappointed, ashamed. According to him, his father has never hidden how much of a failure he thinks he is. His immediate younger brother studied pharmacy, currently working with one of the top pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria. That one is married, has 2 kids, owns a car, and is building houses for their parents in the village and another one in Enugu town. And then there is him. No wife, no savings, no progress. Every time he goes home, his neighbors compare. His parents compare. Even his own uncles call him aside to advise him to stop disgracing the family. He said he got tired of trying, tired of waking up every morning with no direction, tired of people asking, "What are you doing now?" and pretending to be okay. So this morning, he decided to end it all. But by divine timing, Uju knocked, and we saved him. But something even more powerful happened afterward. As we stood there, a quiet man who sells okpa said, "My 2 children died in a fire accident 2 years ago, but I still wake up to grind beans and sell okpa every morning." Another man who repairs shoes by the junction added, "I'm 45. I've never earned 20,000 naira in a month before, but I dey manage, dey survive." A woman who sells vegetables said through tears, "My husband left me with 4 children and ran away. I still haven't seen him till today. But life goes on." One by one, they shared their own struggles, their own heartbreaks, their own silent battles. Each person a survivor in their own way. And slowly, the young man began to cry again, but this time not out of shame, but out of realization that he is not alone. And that is my message to that person listening to me who feels like this young man. I have done everything I know to do, but things don't seem to be working out in my favor. I say to you tonight, you are not alone. There's something I've been saying to people in the last few weeks, and this is it. Nobody has 100%. I'll say it again. Nobody has 100%. The mistake a lot of us make is we compare our behind the scenes with other people's highlights. We don't know their struggles, we don't know their pains, but we are well aware, fully aware of our own shortcomings, of our own predicaments, and we judge ourselves, we beat ourselves up simply because we compare ourselves to other people, and then we say things are not working. But there are so many people in that young man's situation, in that young man's position, who have, in their opinion, tried everything. Okay, the economy is tough. Maybe there's a heartbreak, all right, or they have a job. I mean, for example, just this evening, I was reading the story. I saw a video of a young man who's been on the same job for over 16 years. And he said he's been on a salary of 130,000 in a bank. He's a contract staff in a bank for over 16 years, and he's been on the same spot, and it was just overwhelmed. He was just tired. There are so many people in that situation. There are people who are married, and it's just been from one challenge to the other in their marriage. It is for such people that I have brought this message tonight. At the beginning, it looks like a challenge, but by the time I am done, I sincerely believe it will be an encouragement, and it will be some practical steps you can take to continue to forge ahead this evening. So, for that person, my message is don't stop. Don't stop. I know that's what it feels like, okay? And before the glitch, I was talking about what a friend of mine shared with me recently, how that when it comes to suicide, the highest rate of suicide is found amongst men, okay? Because sometimes life is just hard on everybody, but sometimes especially on the male gender. They carry so much, a lot is expected of them, and some of them just get to a point where they feel, I can't go on, I can't do this anymore, okay? And some people just give up. Some people quit. Some other people don't tell people they have given up. They don't quit. They simply continue to go to work. They maintain, appearances, but they settle. They are not trying to hit their goals. They are not trying to achieve much more. They are not trying to become anything because, like the Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. And there are so many people with sick hearts. In their opinion, they have tried their best, and their best has not just been good enough. I got a few principles, I've got a few ideas to share with such people tonight. Please don't take this as just, somebody's just trying to motivate me, is just trying to, encourage me. No, I am telling you the truth. So, what do I have to say to this young man on the verge of taking his own life, on the verge of throwing in the towel? What do I have to say to such a person? The first thing I'm going to say to you is this: don't give up. Okay? Don't give up. I've said this for years, and I'm not just saying it because it is something nice to say. There is always a way out. There is always a way forward. Believe me, I have been there. I have been in a situation where it looks like things are not working. I remember my student days on campus. I had a lot of struggles. I had challenges. And it is from those experiences and the breakthroughs that I've experienced and my understanding of life that I'm sharing with you tonight. Don't give up. There is always a way out. There is always a way forward. I'm going to give you the principles in quick succession because of time. The second one, which is very important, is this: stop comparing yourself with others. Okay? Stop comparing yourself with others. Your purpose is different. So is your pathway. Your seasons are different. And so are your opportunities. Don't look like don't look at someone who seemingly has gone very far and feel like you are at a disadvantage. No, we are not coming from the same place and we are not going to the same destination, and our times and our seasons and our pathways in life are different. So stop comparing yourselves with other people. I like to say to people this way: different does not mean that you are inferior. Bigger is not better, smaller is not inferior. You are unique, you are different, your pathway is different. So stop comparing yourselves with people. But there is a little challenge with that advice, because some people, when they say to themselves, okay, I'm my own man, I'm not comparing myself with anybody, then they fall into the trap of making their own rules, okay, writing their own script, marking their own script, and telling themselves what they want to hear. But I need you to hear what I'm saying to you tonight. Your pathway is different, okay? Your journey is different. Your season is different. Your timing is different. But there are universal principles of success. There are universal principles of success. And what you're supposed to do is to master them and then make the most of whatever chance you get. Listen to me closely. This is important. Even though your journey is different, even though your season is different, even though your timing is different, there are universal principles of success. And for some people, the reason why they are stuck, the reason why they have not caught their big break, is because they are violating universal, fundamental principles of success. Okay, the Bible says that the way of the transgressor is hard. You need to understand, there are principles everybody must follow, irrespective of their season, irrespective of their paths, irrespective of their timing. When you ignore those principles, then you are just prolonging your suffering, and you are postponing your breakthrough. But you need to understand, if you will master those principles and if you will make the most of whatever chance you get, then your breakthrough is inevitable. Allow me to share some verses of scripture. I'm just going to quote them because of time. Psalm 126, I like it so much. Psalm 126, verse 5 and 6. It says, those who sow in tears shall reap with songs of joy. Sometimes I will abbreviate it and simply say, those who sow reap. It's a fundamental principle. It is also corroborated in Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Okay, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps whatever he sows. And this is what I'm saying to you. If you will study those fundamental universal principles of success, if you will make the most of what's in your hand, you will prosper. Okay, like that guy that feels stuck on the same job for so many years. Some of the mistake people make is, a lot of times we miss our opportunity to change direction. Okay, it's been said that it is insanity to keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. Okay, don't do it forever. And this is one of those things you will learn as you begin to master the universal principles of success. That look, you don't keep doing the same thing. You don't keep flogging a dead horse expecting a different experience. Many people just continue to pray and continue to put in effort. No, you need to sit down. You need to evaluate. For certain activities, the time is over. Okay, the season is over. You have tried your best. Some people are even trying to succeed in another man's field. Hard work, okay, will not excuse you from being in the wrong field. So you've got to master these principles. You've got to understand these principles. There is the law of timing. There is the law of location. All of these principles are important. You cannot ignore them, okay? Bury your head in the sand and then continue to work hard and then say to yourself that things are not working for me. That's not the way it works. Okay, I said I'm going to share these principles with you in succession. This is another one, and this is very important. Life unfolds in cycles. Life unfolds in cycles. Okay? Life unfolds in cycles. And these cycles will continue to repeat themselves forever. This is important. This is a very powerful principle. Life unfolds in cycles. Genesis 8 and verse 22 says that as long as the earth endures seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease. What does it mean? That whatever it is that you have missed, whatever opportunity that you have missed, another one is coming. Okay? Another opportunity is coming. So get ready for it. Don't put yourself in a corner, beat yourself over the head. Okay, I'm in my late 30s, I'm in my early 40s, and I am not married. Even if you have missed relationships, even if you have, used your own hand to damage some things that God gave you before now, some opportunities that God brought your way, it is okay. Remember, life unfolds in cycles. If I messed up a previous cycle, all I need to do is learn from the past and then prepare for the future, because another opportunity is coming. My message is what? Don't stop. If I want to expand it, I would say don't stop moving, okay? Don't stay on the spot. Don't throw in the towel. Don't quit. Don't settle. Don't do that. The reason is because fulfillment is found in movement, not in destinations. Fulfillment is found in movement, not in destinations. In other words, no matter what it is that happened before now, forge ahead, move forward, okay? And I'm going to share with you tonight steps you are supposed to take, okay? I've titled them 5 things you should never stop doing. No matter what your past is like, no matter how stuck you feel right now, don't stop moving. For those who know, that's what my latest book is about, moving forward. You need to realize that we were designed for growth. We were designed for continuous improvement. So don't stop moving. Ladies and gentlemen, you must realize that in life, there is no middle ground. If you are not advancing, you are declining. So move. Maybe you are tired, yes, rest a little bit. Maybe you have just failed. You are just coming out of failure. Yes, you may take enough break, but please fix your comeback date and keep moving forward. But to put it in context for you, I want to share with you 5 things you should never stop doing, okay? 5 things you should never stop doing. This is the first one. Don't stop dreaming. Even if you are coming out of failure, even if you have just lost money in investment, even if you just lost your job, even if you have just lost a valuable relationship, even if you have just lost, a lucrative opportunity, don't stop dreaming. The reason is because if you keep seeing possibilities, you will never give up. And if you don't give up, you will succeed. Okay? Don't stop dreaming. This is the way I go about it. I continue to ask myself, what if? You see, for those who stay stuck, for those who are overwhelmed by fear, okay, they ask the wrong question. Okay, people say stuff like, what if I never make it? What if I don't break through? What if I never get married? What if nobody wants me? No. You are asking the wrong question. What if you make it? What if somebody wants you? Do you know that there's somebody somewhere who needs you, but who does not know that you exist? I am telling you the truth. In every organization, there is always vacancy. There is a business owner that is looking for exactly the person that you are. But if you don't keep seeing possibilities, you will not keep forging ahead till your paths collide with theirs. Okay? Vision fuels motivation. Vision sparks courage. Vision draws like-minded people. Vision fosters resilience and creativity. So no matter what you do, don't stop dreaming. Even if you don't have dinner tonight, find something to eat. Do something about it. But before you put your head to pillow, I want you to imagine tomorrow is a better day. Somebody is going to call me. Somebody is going to remember me. Things are going to work in my favor. Listen to me. It has been said that even when it's not true, when you believe something for a long time, okay, to you, it becomes the truth. And this is not a lie. So you need to believe it. You see, there's something about what you believe that creates an atmosphere around you. There is something about what you believe that creates an attractive force field around you. Somebody said that success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. So no matter what it is that you are dealing with, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop asking yourself the question, what if I make it? What if I succeed? What if I get married? What if I have my own children? What if I start my own organization? What if I am promoted? What if my application is granted? What if, just keep asking those positive questions and keep seeing possibilities, and believe you me, you will experience it. Like I said before, vision fuels motivation. Vision sparks courage. Vision draws like-minded people to you. Vision fosters resilience and creativity. So whatever you do, don't stop dreaming. Number 2, don't stop learning. Don't stop learning. When you stop learning, you stop growing. And if you are not growing, you will lose relevance. You see, if people don't need you, they won't pay you. And for so many people who feel I'm not earning enough, my contribution is not valued. Listen, forget about people who don't see your value right now, and you continue to learn. Okay? Continue to learn. Continue to grow in the area of your skillfulness. Expand your knowledge. I was listening to Nia Adesanya sometimes back, and he said something that really inspired me. He said, you have to know something about everything, and you've got to know everything about something. So whatever it is that your field is, learn. Keith Johnson said that if you will read a book every month about your field, in 10 years, your knowledge base will be the equivalent of a PhD. Just one book every month in your field of endeavor. No matter what you do, I've told you, don't stop dreaming. But over and above that, don't stop learning. What am I saying? Learn intentionally. Okay, learn intentionally. Plan your learning. Invest in learning. Somebody says, I don't have money to buy new books. Go back to the old ones you have and read them over and over again. Even for that person who is completely broke, if you will read again all the books that you already have, you would notice that you will not finish reading them before the end of this year. That's the truth. If you have enough data to be watching this video right now, it means you have enough data to listen to a podcast, to watch a video, a TED Talk of 18 minutes, of 20 minutes that will continue to expand your knowledge. So learn intentionally and then use knowledge immediately. Okay, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Quickly, I'm showing you how to learn. Okay, learn intentionally. Schedule your learning, invest in your learning, and then use knowledge immediately. As you are learning it, use it. And then the last one is share knowledge generously. This is what I found out, and this is part of the reasons why I continue to share knowledge. Because you see, sharing knowledge is how you master it. Okay? Sharing knowledge is how you master it. It is difficult for you to forget a principles that you have shared with other people repeatedly. So, learn intentionally, use knowledge immediately, share knowledge generously. Let's go to number 3. We have said, don't stop dreaming, don't stop learning. Number 3 is, don't stop loving. Don't stop loving. To stop loving is to stop living. Okay? When you stop living for the benefit of others, your heart will grow cold. Excuse me. Your heart will grow cold and you will begin to repel good people. This is important. When I say loving, I'm not just talking about, love relationships. I'm talking about living for the benefit of others. okay? Seeing the value in other people so much that you want to contribute to their welfare. You want to add value to people. You want to improve their condition. When you stop loving, your heart will grow cold. And when your heart grows cold, you will repel good people. This is what I have discovered, that the best ideas flows in the direction of large hearts. When I say large hearts, I mean people whose vision is large enough to accommodate the vision of other people. A good example for me is King Solomon in the Bible. King Solomon. How that when God approached this young man, he had only one request. He said, "Give me wisdom so that I can lead your people." Listen, that's an example of somebody who is in love with humanity. And no matter what you do, never allow yourself to be backed into a corner where you think that people are your enemies, where you think that people hate you or people don't like you. A lot of times, people who are not favoring you, it's because they don't know you or they don't know what they are doing. See, but that person who continues to love humanity, whose heart continues to be enlarged with a vision so big, other people's visions can be fulfilled in his vision, will not lack good people in his life. What I'm saying to you is, loving is how you develop goodwill. When you love people, they will reciprocate with favor. And I'm saying to you, no matter what your experience has been with a few bad people, don't let them rob you of the benefit of all the good people in the world. So, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop learning. Don't stop loving. Okay, let's go to principle number 4. Don't stop nurturing your network. Don't stop nurturing your network. I'm saying to you that you should review your relationships periodically, okay? And then acknowledge the people I call your multipliers and reciprocate their effort. You see, wherever it is that you're going in life, it is people that are going to get you there. And I need you to understand that no matter how stuck you are now, you have some good people in your corner. You need to acknowledge them. You need to let them know that you see them and you appreciate their contribution. Okay, I call them your multipliers. Okay, reciprocate their effort. You may not be able to do for them exactly what they are doing for you, but do your best, okay, in whatever you are doing for them. Let me give a practical example. Say you work for an organization, maybe they are not paying you so much, but what they are paying you is what is helping you to keep your head above water. Reciprocate that love, okay, that contribution by giving the work your best effort. And on the other side, you've got to identify the people I call your diminishers and learn to close the door gently. Listen, anybody who is not helping you to move forward is helping you to move backwards. Okay, so you have to learn to get rid of diminishers. Get rid of people that when you leave their company, you feel worse than when you get into their company. People that continue to point the negative in your direction. People that are always belittling your dream, belittling your vision. People that are so familiar with your failure, they cannot see your imminent breakthrough. You have to learn to remove yourself from their environment. Okay, but learn to close the door gently. This is what I'm going to say again when I talk about nurturing your network. Okay, cherish your old relationships, but keep making new friends. I've spoken along this line sometime in the past. You have to learn to cherish your old connections, but keep making new friends. You see, old friends and new friends have their value. Don't make the mistake of holding on to your old connections, your old relationships alone. You see, they love you, they care about you, they believe in you, but they will not fund your wild ideas. It is those people who didn't know where you are coming from, who don't have your history, okay? They are the ones that are likely to believe these your wild ideas and your wild dreams. New relationships are the ones that open new doors. But old relationships are the ones that continue to support you, that continue to encourage and believe in you. It's important. Old relationships will borrow you money. New relationships will give you contract. Okay? See, but when you get that contract, you need money to execute it. It is people who know you for your integrity, people who know your track record. They would be able to tell themselves, he may not have broken through, but I can trust him. He's a man of character. It is not because new people don't want to trust you. They don't know you yet. It takes time to build authentic relationships. That's the reason why you want to continue to nurture your relationships. What am I saying to you? What have I said to you tonight? Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop learning. Don't stop loving. Don't stop nurturing your network. No matter how tough things have been, no matter how challenging things have been, no matter how stuck you feel, these are things you cannot afford to stop doing. And finally tonight, number 5, don't stop doing your best. Okay? Don't stop doing your best. Listen, your defining moment is going to come like any other task. It's just going to be another day in the office. It's going to be as ordinary as every other day. But if excellence is your default, you will never miss your big break. Let me say that again. If excellence is your default, you will never miss your big break. Now, don't forget something we said before now. Life unfolds in cycles. So, every maximized cycle is preparation and positioning for your defining moment. This is what I am saying. That you have tried severally and you have not broken through, you have not succeeded, does not mean you are not going to succeed. See, when that opportunity for your big break, when it comes, it is going to come like one of those days where you tried your best and nothing came out of it. So, you have to learn to face every cycle with a fresh vision. Don't get tired. This is where the foolishness, this is where the insanity comes in. Make sure you have reviewed what you did in the past. Make sure you have upgraded. Make sure you have taken, correction. You have made the necessary adjustments, but don't stop seeing possibilities. And as long as you're seeing possibilities, give every opportunity your best. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Even if it is not your big break, then it's a rehearsal. It's an opportunity for you to do what? For you to prepare and position yourself for your big break, because it is coming. Allow me to share with you another powerful verse of scripture, Galatians chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, "Let us not become weary in well-doing, for we will reap a harvest at the right time if we don't give up." So the harvest is going to come. The breakthrough is going to come. Okay? But only those who have not given up when their breakthrough comes are the ones that get to experience it. That's why I love this story. I think it's in Luke chapter 4. How that some guys toiled all night trying to catch fish and they caught nothing. The Bible records, I like to read slowly. The Bible records that in the morning, these guys worked out all night, yet they had nothing to show for their effort. But in the morning, the Bible records that they were mending their nets. They were mending their nets. What does that mean? They tried, and in the process of trying to succeed, their tool was damaged. But they were fixing their tool. They were mending their nets. What does that mean? In other words, they had said to themselves, we may have failed in the last 12 hours, but we are going to come back. And that's the attitude I want you to leave this session with tonight. I will come back wiser. I will come back stronger. I will make the necessary adjustments. Okay? Listen, if you are stuck, if you have not experienced the breakthrough, there may be something you need to stop doing. There may be something you need to start doing. There may be some things you need to increase doing or do more of. There may be some things you need to stop doing. Make all those adjustments, but don't stop coming back. Don't stop making effort. Don't stop throwing out applications. Don't stop throwing out proposals. Don't stop expecting your breakthrough to come, because it is coming. Like the story we have in Luke chapter 4. They walked all night, they caught nothing, and then Jesus came and said to one of those tired guys, "Please lend me your boat." So this guy who walked all night and caught nothing said, "Okay, you can use my boat." See, he was not leaving his boat and going home. So this person that is very tired now stays with the boat because this rabbi wants to speak to people. And then he waited till the rabbi finished speaking. In other words, part of his rest is sacrificed for this total stranger. Don't stop loving people. We know the story. What happened afterwards? Jesus said to them, let down your nets for a catch. Listen, in the same place where you failed, the same place where you have been struggling, is the same place where you are going to get a big breakthrough if you don't quit. I don't know who this is for. Maybe in relationship, maybe in business, okay, maybe in your career, maybe your academics. No matter what it is that you have struggled at, that you have failed at, if you don't give up, you will win. And that's why I say to you tonight, these are 5 things you must not stop doing. No matter what has happened to you, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop learning. Don't stop loving. Don't stop nurturing your network. Don't stop doing your best. No matter what the task is, even if they are not paying you for it, give it your best. Give out your best work for free. You will develop a reputation that way. You will develop a track record that way. And like I've said to you severally tonight, your big break is imminent. Thank you very much. That's my presentation for us tonight.